I'm in Portland, Oregon. I'm about to walk into the Timber Processing and Energy Expo, and my goal is going to be to buzz through this show to bring you guys to these expos. My name is Vadim Koval, and I use my little, I just say my name is Vadim and I go by V. All right, here we are in Portland, Oregon. Sir, can you introduce yourself?
Rich Donnell, the show director of this Timber Processing and Energy Expo, and also the editor-in-chief at Hatten Brown Publishers, which publishes several magazines in the wood products industry, and we're affiliated with this show.
I love it. Rich, if I may ask you, give us a little teaser of what are we seeing at the show? What's the show about?
Yeah, this is a 3-day show here, and we do it every other year. And there's been a Portland Sawmill show for years and years, and our company took it on probably, I guess 2012 was our first one. So
wow.
We had a COVID year, we couldn't have it, so I guess this is the actual 6th one I think we've done every other year. And basically it brings together the primary manufacturing lumber industry and the primary manufacturing plywood and engineered wood products industry. And it brings together those mill producer companies, and then inside are the vendors, the equipment suppliers and the technologies. And so we all come together here for about 3 days, and you get a real look at what's going on in the industry.
Amazing. You know, this show is actually quite personal to me. So when I started, I worked at JoeScan?
I knew that.
And so when I started, I was a kid here in Vancouver, just across the river. And as I was graduating high school, they interviewed me on like a Friday, and then on Monday they said come into work, and I was an intern at JoeScan. That's how I learned about this whole industry.
Fantastic. Well, yesterday we had, we're having like an entertainment with JoeScan and the Nelson Brothers, the band. Yeah. And they call themselves the world famous Nelson Brothers Sawmill String Band, I think is what it is. So they're playing here during the show. It's a 3-piece banjo, a couple of guitars, a little acoustic arrangement there. Trying to mix it up, bring some life to the event,
I love it. Well, I was just going to say that, so the show, when you said you started it, is around the same time I started in the industry. So this is very special to me. The first thing they had me do on my first day at the job, you know what it was? I was wiping down the banners, getting it ready for the Timber Processing and Energy Expo.
Oh, wow.
And I think I started, I was graduating high school in 2011.
Okay, well, this was the first one we did was 2012, I think.
So right around then.
And there had been one in 2010, 2008. And there was a previous, I think it was Nielsen Media was the previous owner. They just kind of gave it up, and then the industry sort of came to our group because we published the magazines, and everybody, we know the industry.
Yeah.
And they said, well, why don't y'all take it on? And so we did. And
hey, thanks so
here
much.
we are. We're in show business.
Look at that. Thanks so much for doing that, because now people have a place to come together, and they want that, right?
They do. The Northwest industry has, it's been a struggle. I've been doing this many years, and the size of the industry has reduced through the years. It just has.
Like consolidations.
Consolidations, and it's kind of been brought on by a sort of a lack of timber supply or timber access more than anything. So, I've seen a lot of good independents go away, good independent family operations. There's still some out there, and some great companies out here. And so there's still a solid core of industry out here in the Northwest, and so this show supports that resiliency.
I love that. If you could send the YouTube audience one more message, what would that be?
I'd say have continued faith in the lumber industry and in the Northwest lumber industry, the Northwest wood products industry. It's kind of like I said, it's not the size it was in the 1980s, but it's still very prevalent to the Northwest economy, and in Portland, very much a part of the Portland economy. So, just stick with the industry and support it.
I love it. Anything that I can do to help you or anybody here, let me know or let Rich know. We'd love to support you. Is that right?
That's right. You got it, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Let's get back in there.
Okay, see you later.
There it is. Ready? Boom. All right, where are we at here? We got a big expo. I'm gonna run around and do my thing. So as you walk in here, what do you see? See a big giant globe. So I go to events all over the globe, and today is going to be a little bit more special. I have a lot of friends in the industry, and a lot of people follow us on social media, etc. So I'm going to start by walking you around and showing you some of the people that I maybe know, some people that I don't know, and I'm going to ask them to introduce their company quickly and to show us what it is that they're doing, what it is that they do. So the first one is, so I guess I'm here, as you saw, I walked in, I saw a company called MiCROTEC. One thing, what's new about MiCROTEC? What stands out?
MiCROTEC Connect.
MiCROTEC Connect. One sentence, what does that mean?
Full traceability from a log to final product and back to log.
Perfect. And here's a MiCROTEC scanner, YouTube. Here's a scanner. It scans logs and scans boards. And we got my friend Norvin. We got Kenzie. Kenzie, say hi. You heard it from Norvin. I'm going to come back around and see you guys. We got the next booth over is a big booth called RPM Machinery. All right, the next booth I'm at is this giant machine. It looks like a beast, and RPM is a bunch of friends of mine. So RPM makes these giant machines that are incredibly powerful and strong. And so let's see if we can get a guy to talk to us about it. Sean, how are you doing, brother? This is Sean Jabergi, right? Your tag's backwards. This is Mr. Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm going quick through a bunch of booths, and you're the next one. So I was just curious, what is RPM? What do you do?
Real performance machinery. So we specialize in primary breakdown and secondary breakdown equipment. This here is our new Pro Dog design for primary breakdown, ultimate recovery machine. And then after this, we offer the Pro Saw line, which is our profiling and gang unit for secondary breakdown.
That's incredible. One thing is, like, you bring this machine. Why you're bringing this machine to the show?
This is our new latest and greatest. So this is the one that's going into Two Rivers Lumber in Alabama.
With Roy Geiger.
That's right.
I just saw Roy Geiger 2 weeks ago in Alabama.
Oh, we're all excited to get this machine going and prove to the world how good it's going to be.
I love it. High five, Sean.
All right, thanks.
Guys, here we go. We got Fabian. This is a friend of mine. You're coming in from Germany?
I am.
I'm doing a YouTube video and I'm not stopping, so I'm going to go hit as many booths as I possibly can. Got Joey Nelson here as well. Joey,
Cool.
Fabian, what can the audience look at one thing from JoeScan? What is JoeScan doing? What's new?
Yeah, I mean, we're the one company here that's doing scanning, 3D scanning purely for sawmills.
Can you show me one of your products?
Sure.
What do you guys do? Let's go see it. All right, following Joey. You're the Joe behind JoeScan.
That's right.
Full disclosure, I used to work at JoeScan.
8 lasers, so you get every 3 inches along the length of a log. So you'd have a row of these, and that way you don't need to move the log lengthwise to get high density 3D scan data. Super accurate.
To back up a little bit, at least I'm trying to do something in some kind of organized fashion. We have this booth here, VibraPro, BE and EE. We got conveyor systems. We've got the VibraPro line. We've got content playing in the back. What's going on?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
We're doing a YouTube video. Aaron,
Hey.
quick 30-second soundbite. What is your booth and what do you guys do?
Well, I don't know if I'm the best person for that, but on the VibraPro side, the conveyor systems get you from point A to point B, and if you want any sorting or screening on the way, we'd be happy to help you out.
So what does VibraPro do? These are conveyors.
Yep.
But it's not your typical conveyor with like a belt in it.
No, it's a vibrating shaker conveyor. So
What is the 30-second spiel? Why is that an advantage to sawmills?
I believe they have heavy duty. You have better containment. You can contain your dust, impact, screening, and those are all things that are difficult to do in a belt or a chain conveyor.
Perfect. All right, Aaron, thank you so much. I'm gonna run to the next booth. I'll be back to see you guys. We've got a lot of machinery here. I don't know that I'll be able to go to every single one right away, but we've got another big booth here that stands out, and this one is Sawmill packaging systems. All right, YouTube, This is my friend here. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Robert from Sawmill Packaging Systems.
Robert, we're doing a YouTube video, just blazing through the show. 30 seconds. What is Sawmill Packaging Systems?
Sawmill Packaging Systems here, coating and labeling. We do everything for your coating and labeling needs for the lumber industry. Barcodes, labels, you name it, we got it. We do it.
Perfect. And can you show me like what exactly that means? So practically, why a piece of lumber needs to have a grade stamp and all these kind of, what do you call these for like the formally?
Yeah, so you call them grade stamps. Every kind of grade, all the grades around have different markings, all different licenses. So you've got to have one of these on every piece of wood. Everyone's got to know how good the wood is, what kind of quality, and what's going on inside.
Robert, that's really informative. And your machine prints, right?
Prints.
You do the printing, and then you have a machine that does the reading of it. Is that right? Or
that's right. You scan it, we send it all to your system, and you know everything that's going on in your mill, all the boards, down to the number.
I love it. Perfect. Okay. I love it, brother. Well, I'm going to keep bouncing around. I'll come back to see you in a little bit.
All right. Take care, my man.
Can I leave my backpack with you by chance?
Absolutely.
I want to go quick.
Yeah. I'll grab it. I'll leave it right there, all right?
All right. I'll come back to see you in a little bit, brother. Thank you. Okay. So now feeling a little bit lighter.
Hey, how you been?
How are you doing, brother?
Good.
30 seconds. What is Burton?
Sawmill Solutions is the answer to all of our sawmill customers' requirements. We have the solutions, we have the technical people, we have the machinery and the equipment. We are the solution for the sawmill industry.
But Burton makes Michael was just saying, the little knives and everything else that goes on the equipment, and then one more.
Yes, we make the cutting tools, we make the equipment to recondition them, we provide the vocational training for our customers on how to make sure that they can recondition them properly, or they can have us recondition their cutting tools at our service centers as well.
I love it. And you guys do everything with wood?
We are wood. Wood is good.
Wood is good. That's my line, brother. All right. Follow me on social media and on to the next booth. I'll come back around and chat with you.
Take care.
Hey, gentlemen. Quick question for you. We're doing a little YouTube video. What is CON-VEY?
CON-VEY, we specialize in material handling, mostly from wood products from the press out through finisher.
Perfect. And that goes into sawmills or what kind of facility?
Yeah, so we do all sorts of wood products. We do plywood, engineered wood. We do mass timber, any kind of wood products. We design, integrate systems all the way through it from the press all the way out.
Press all the way out. I love it. And what was your name, sir?
John.
John, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, on to the next booth. Thank you. We've got saw blade guys. We got big Comact. We got Comact over here. We've got Comact, operate, got some big equipment going on. Shelton, can I get a 30-second soundbite?
Get a 30-second soundbite.
I'm doing a YouTube video just running around the show floor.
I've been watching all your YouTubes, man. That's kind of cool. All golfing and...
Yeah, I'm no longer representing the Koval brand. I'm representing the wood world.
Okay.
So, for the audience, we got hundreds of thousands of people paying attention.
Okay.
30 seconds, what is your booth? What do you guys do? What's the machinery you make? You got a big machine here.
We are Comact, right? Like formerly Bid Group, but we are Comact. We're the largest manufacturers of sawmill equipment in North America, and installing it all as well. And this is us. So we, saw lines, merch lines, trimmers, sorters, stackers, whole 9 yards. That's Comact. Look us up.
Love it. And what do we have in the booth? One thing about the booth that you want to highlight or showcase?
In our booth, so, we've got our profiler for our primary breakdown. We're emphasizing AI, robotics. We got a little robot sitting on the front side. So we're talking about making mills efficient, improving recovery, and, getting rid of people, but increasing production.
So with your equipment, you are improving the lives of the people in the wood products industry globally.
Absolutely.
All right, Sheldon, keep it up, brother. I'm running to my next booth.
Take care.
All right, we got the next booth is right here, a company called Porter Engineering. All right, YouTube, we got another company here that I want to showcase. One of these companies is called, you see it up there, it says Porter Engineering. So let's ask the Porter Engineering guys to explain what they do a little bit. Can I ask you real quick?
Hey, sure. Hey, Buck.
What is your name?
Nice meeting you here, Simon Good, Porter Engineering.
Simon, it's good to see you again.
Again, yes.
We just saw each other in Vancouver.
We did, yeah.
BC. But I'm here for the YouTube channel, and give me a little 30-second. What is Porter?
What is Porter? We do all We're a software company. We do scanning and controls for primary breakdown in sawmills.
Yep. So when the logs go into a sawmill,
Yes.
you help. You're like the brains. You're like
We're the brains.
software.
Yeah, the brains of the operation. The software determines how that log gets rotated and wrote down, tilted, skewed, turned into boards.
Keep up the good work, brother.
All right.
You're helping the sawmills make more profit and less weight.
Absolutely.
Boom. On to the next booth. Simon, I'll catch up with you, brother. Okay, we have... Looking at, we got Piche lumber handling equipment. And Piche looks like makes trim and sort lines, stacking and packaging lines, turnkey projects, sawmills, and planer mills. So, gentlemen,
Hello.
what's going on, brother?
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing really good, man. This is for YouTube. 30 seconds. What is this company and what do you guys do?
Well, that's for him.
Just quickly. Go.
Quickly.
We're already rolling.
Turnkey projects. I really don't know, man. What do you want me to say?
Piche,
What are you going for? I don't know what you're looking for.
just high level. We don't know each other. We just met. What is Piche? I can read the sign that says lumber handling equipment. All right, well, what's this big machine you guys got here today?
It's a trimmer.
These guys got a trimmer, and the trimmer is this giant machine. Piche makes this equipment. And then we've got what looks like to be a planer. Can you say? Gilbert. And what does Gilbert do?
Plains lumber,
Plains lumber. And this is a planer machine then?
high-speed planer, yes.
Awesome.
3,000 feet a minute.
3,000 feet a minute, you
The
said.
bigger one will be 4,000.
4,000 feet a minute. Is that for softwood, hardwood, or what's your application?
All.
I love it. Is there any one specific thing that you want to highlight at this event?
Everything can be operated off an HMI, so
What is an HMI? Can you show me real quick? Okay, guys, here's the HMI. Here's the planer machine. And they're saying that the planer operates off an HMI. HMI is like this touchscreen, right? And 10 seconds, what are we operating? What are we seeing? What are we doing?
blow up, let the cutter head release, the machine will open up, clean your blow up, come back out, close her back up, and we're out for going again.
Perfect. All right.
And you can joint your side heads, and then joint the top side heads on the fly.
Yep.
From here, outside the wrench, you'll have to get in. Old school, usually you have to do it by hand, and it's very dangerous when you're running 3,600 to 4,500 arc players at your spin.
So you guys have a really fast planer. I love it. Sir, what was your name?
Larry Raptor.
Larry, it was a pleasure to meet you, sir. Off to the next booth. Thank you. We got a YouTube channel watching. How are you, brother?
Riley.
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Riley Smith, TS Manufacturing.
Riley?
How are you today?
TS Manufacturing does what?
We're a sawmill machinery manufacturer that builds full line equipment for small to medium sawmills and concentration yards, particularly focused on the hardwood sector with some very good softwood customers as well.
Super. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How are you? And just making this YouTube video. So we got TS Manufacturing and your my A&E cohorts who have all seemed to left for lunch for some reason at an opportune time. So A&E is a controls and optimization vendor based in North Carolina and New Zealand, making optimization for everything from merchandisers, carriages, sharp chains, end doggers, edgers, gangs, trimmers, as well as sorting software and other things, and doing controls for kilns and boilers and all that type of stuff, and has been in business since 83, I think. Wow.
So,
I love it. All right.
good to
Well,
see ya.
thanks. I'll be back around. I'll just go going really quick, brother. All right. So we have, as you heard from the man himself, TS Manufacturing. We have A&E, and see, this is the real deal. See, that's what happens inside of a sawmill. That there is called a carriage, and there you have it. All right, let's see what else we got. We have a company called Raptor Integrations. Hey, gentlemen, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, go
For the YouTube channel, what is your name, sir?
Tim Mosier.
Tim Mosier?
Raptor Integration.
And what does Raptor do? 30 seconds.
Scanning and control systems for all the machine centers in the Sawmill.
Where are you guys out of?
Salmon Arm, British Columbia.
British Columbia. But your installations go
all over North America.
All over North America.
And possibly South America in a few months.
Super. And for the YouTube audience, what do we have? One thing you want to highlight about Raptor? What are you showing at the show?
Customized software and the best service in the industry.
Love it. Thank you so much, Tim. Catch up with you in a little bit. All right.
Thanks, Pat.
We are at the next booth. This booth is called Williams & White. And we got my friend, what's your name, sir?
Riley Tufta, Williams & White.
Riley, we're doing a little quick 30-second blurb for the YouTube channel. What is Williams & White?
Williams & White, we specialize in equipment for cutting tool production and repair. So we have saw blade grinders for both band saws and round saws. We have a band wheel lathe here. This is our newest innovation.
Let's show them. If you were to show them one thing, you'd show them this right now.
Yeah, this is the latest and greatest.
Okay, show me.
New R&D.
You got 10 seconds.
All right.
What does it do?
Seconds. This is a full CNC band wheel lathe. So instead of grinding wheel, you have a tooling. This is a tooling application.
Okay.
So you have full CNC control.
Yep.
You can select your different profile.
Yep.
You can program all your parameters.
Okay.
And you can set this unit in the mill.
Yep.
Start it up. And
yep.
You can program the number of passes, program the exact path you want it to run.
What is this cutting tool cutting?
It's profiling the band wheel itself.
The wheel that the band saw spins around.
Yeah. Needs to have a very accurate crown.
Got it.
Mills spend a lot of money getting those surfaced every year.
Perfect. I love it. Riley, thank you so much, sir. Got to keep running. I'll be back to see you.
Right.
What is your name, sir?
Gary Sahota.
So your company is?
Mid-South Engineering.
And in 30 seconds, what does Mid-South Engineering do?
Mid-South Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm. We work in the wood products industry and other building materials. We do engineering consulting and for clients who want to build their sawmills and their wood facilities. And we also do detailed engineering like foundations, steel, and then mechanical, all sorts of stuff.
Full disclosure, this guy was just on the podcast, and I'm not representing my brand, I'm representing just the wood industry right now. So awesome. I'm just objectively going booth to booth, asking what you do. If there's one thing that you want to highlight about Mid-South right now, what would that be? Can you show me what we're looking at, or anything you want to point out in particular?
Yeah, new technology. So if we look at just some of the stuff we've done here, we employ the newest technologies, like we got 3D scanning, we got virtual reality models that we work with.
Why is that important?
Well, it's important so that you can walk through a sawmill. If we design it, you can walk through, or any wood products facility, you can actually see it before we build it. You can see all the interferences or anything that you like or dislike in real time. So you can walk through it. It's fantastic. It's one of the big pluses of our business.
I love it. All right, brother. Thank you so much. I'll catch up with you. I'm running booth to booth, and I'll see you around.
Scott Northrup, D7 Industrial.
Yes, and what does D7 do, brother?
We do sawmill construction, maintenance, and capital construction projects.
Any one particular thing you want to highlight about your company, what your capabilities are?
We are very versatile in the fact that we can be turnkey from everything from the ground up civil to mechanical to structural to piping, fire protection, not electrical.
Not electrical. Okay, pretty important distinction. And where do you operate, and what's your kind of ground for, where do you service?
Our service, I'm based out of Jasper, Alabama, which is about 35 minutes west of Birmingham.
Yeah.
And we service the entire southeast from South Carolina all the way over to Texas, up to Arkansas.
And you're originally from, the company is?
Prince George, British Columbia.
So you're basically covering Canada and the United States?
Yes, but mostly U.S.
Perfect. Okay. I love it. Thank you so much. On to the next booth. I'll catch up with you guys. All right, we got the next booth here is Woodland. Gentlemen.
Hey, how we doing?
How you doing? All right, gentlemen, please introduce yourselves and your company and what do you do?
Yeah, Jack Crawford, and I'm Matt Crow.
So it sounds like your brother. That's
yeah.
it. Okay, perfect. Family business.
You got it. In 1983.
And your business name is?
Woodland Parts and Service. We do chippers, debarkers, dry kill wheels, carts, fabrication, and most everything else you might need.
I love it. And gentlemen, what's one thing you want the YouTube audience to know about your company? Or what are you showing at the show here?
We've got this new chipper for sale. We're one of Precision's leading distributors.
Okay.
And we've got this new chipper for sale. It's got the one-man knife change system, large spout, heavy-duty base package.
So you're selling these, you're making them, or what are you doing with them?
We're the distributor for Precision.
Okay.
And this very one, though, could go home with you.
Was that right?
You got it.
Okay. Well, I'll come back around to see you after a little bit. Thank you, guys. I'm running booth to booth, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Dave, pleasure to meet you, sir. What is your company?
Bell & Cole, DeBark.
I love it because that's my name, VK.
Oh,
you guys are my favorite booth, okay, so far. And what do you do? What does VK do?
Manufacture debarkers.
Debarkers, okay, and I'm being facetious a little bit here, but for the YouTube audience, what is a debarker?
Makes the bark off logs.
Pretty straightforward. You got that? Okay, so any one particular thing you want to highlight at this show?
That's debarker.
Well, you got it says new. Something's new. What's new?
Oh, just the design and everything's new.
I love it. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Where do your debarkers go? Where do you sell your debarkers? Where are they deployed
all
today?
over North America.
North America.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Company called Key Knife right here. Hey, brother. What's your name, sir?
Chris.
Chris. I'm going around and asking everybody, can you introduce yourself and your company in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Yeah.
My name is Chris Bremer. Work for a company, Key Knife.
Yep.
Called Key Knife. We do chip heads, chippers, planers, systems, to eliminate grinding, make it more cost effective for the mills.
Yeah.
Our main point is ease of maintenance and function. Outperform most conventional systems.
What do you make?
Like I said, chipper systems. In fact, we have.
Can you show me real quick? What does that mean? Okay, let's take a look. All right, so Key Knife, we're at their booth right now here in Portland, Oregon, and we've got, what is this? What are we looking at?
This is actually BCS2 or BCS3 and BCS2. What this is in a chipper system. You'll actually have an open pocket.
Yeah.
Where this is just a sample size. It'll be the length of the actual pocket.
Okay.
Bolt in.
Yep.
Quick, easy, indexable knife.
That's a knife right there?
That's a knife. Done.
Can I hold it for a second? Is it pretty sharp?
Yeah, it's sharp.
So this is a knife, and you make the knife.
We make the entire system.
You make the entire system.
Heads.
Okay.
Like I said, and the whole idea is because it's indexable and it's a quick change, it's superior to conventional knives.
Perfect. All right, brother. Thank you so much. You make knives. Key Knife makes knives.
Knife systems, painter systems.
I love it. All right, brother. Thank you so much. On to the next. A sawmill. How would a sawmill use these devices or these components?
To clamp anything on, especially the heavy duty right here.
Okay.
And you torque this down.
Yep.
And if you want to hold a sprocket or pulley with a belt.
Yep.
We got all the tools.
Patrick, quick question for you. Well,
yes, sir.
What's one thing that you want to make a statement about? What is your company name?
Climax Metal.
Climax Metal. I love it. And one thing about your company?
We have inventory.
You got inventory?
Yes, an outstanding customer service department and pricing that is the most competitive.
All right.
Plus to tell you, we're #1 in North America on all the collars.
Collars.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So on to the next booth. We've got. So the next booth here we got D2, and let's figure out what these guys do. We got one guy in the booth here.
So I'm Patrick Sasseville from DO2.
Yep.
We're booth 929.
Okay.
And we do wrapping machine mostly, and then tilt hoist.
Tilt hoist and a wrapping machine.
Yep.
What's one thing that you're highlighting at this expo event today?
So the tilt hoist, we got a pretty new technology on it.
Okay.
So, and we see with your own video there.
Right now I'm not wearing my logo because I'm doing this for the YouTube channel.
Okay.
So, full disclosure, DO2 is a customer.
Yeah.
And we work together. Can you show us what are you trying to highlight at this event?
Yeah. So on the tilt hoist, we got those control arms, which is the new thing there.
Okay. So here's
so just bringing some more control actually on the tilt hoist.
Yep.
With those arms that can really.
So you hold on a second. Back to the high level. Let's zoom out. You made a tilt hoist machine. Tilt hoist does what in a sawmill, and where is it located?
It unstacks the pack just before the planer. So it's in the planer mill. It brings the pack after it's kiln, dry, brings the pack into separate the row basically to feed the planer.
Okay. Why do you have to make a new one? Why? What's the innovation?
The improvement there is to reduce the number of operator intervention there.
Okay.
So improve the flow basically.
Okay.
Bring more control there, and so for both safety and optimization of the production.
Patrick, when I go to sawmills and what we're seeing on the screen here, sometimes something twists and like the pack kind of goes sideways and then they fall and there's downtime, right?
Yep.
Quickly explain the new innovation. It does what?
Yeah, the new arm actually control the row. So it brings basically it control the row from the tilt hoist to the chain with those arms right there.
Okay, and I'm just trying to see here. Okay, so you're controlling better when the wood comes off of the arms.
So because of the arm, we can adjust the leveler correctly and make sure that the row is fully is gonna fall like straight.
Yes.
Instead of getting skewed.
Yes.
And
here it is, right?
The leveler here that can be adjusted basically fully independently, and that's a new patent pending solution there.
I love it, Patrick. I'm gonna keep. Let me turn the camera around. Patrick, thank you so much. Great to see innovation at the show, and I'm going to come back and see you a little bit later.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
Okay. We are heading down this row, and we've got material processing, and we've got moisture measuring. Here's a pack of wood, and obviously moisture is important in a... moisture content of wood is really important. So it looks like we've got a moisture measuring reading device. Let's ask what it's all about.
Yes. Bring it.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
I'm walking booth to booth asking, what is your company and what do you do?
We're Wagner Meters, and we've been doing moisture measurement instrumentation for going on 60 years now. We're well known in the forest products industry.
Perfect. And so why is it important to measure moisture?
Because too much moisture can contribute to mold, for example, which can be a big problem, as you know. In addition, let's say your moisture content is too high and you're doing some planing of lumber. Okay? If it is too high and you plane the board, you're going to end up with some shrinkage that you don't want. Now your board is out of spec. So it's really critical for that standpoint. And there are a lot of applications where different levels of moisture, although let's say about 20%, down around 10 or 12%, can make a big difference in interior applications depending on the species.
Okay.
So it can, and if you're over drying, and you don't know it, if you're not measuring, you don't know what's going on. So you need to know what's going on, because that can cost you a lot of money in energy loss or too much energy in drying your lumber when you don't need to do it.
And what's the product that Wagner makes?
We make the moisture measurement instrumentation.
Can you show us really quick how does that work? What does that mean? In 30 seconds, show me quickly. Okay, here we got a stack of wood.
And I'll show you the simplest of moisture measurement.
Please.
Using let me get some glasses out so I can see here.
So here's your device. You make this device.
Yeah, and we make large systems as well.
And so on the back side, there's a
pad on the
it looks like a sensor pad, okay, like a
That's
plate.
Exactly right. And so here we go.
Okay.
Reading nothing. I'll put it on here.
Yep.
And we're reading something. I don't know what it says exactly. What are we reading?
11.2%.
Okay, and you can measure, and we're reading through that board. It's not just a surface reading, by the way.
Okay.
Reading well through it.
Okay.
So full thickness average, if you want to call it that.
Is that what it's called?
Well, that's what we're going to call it for 2-inch thick pieces.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The YouTube audience is watching, so thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you. We got another booth here. It's called John King. How are you doing, sir? Can I ask you what your name is, what your company name is, what you guys do?
Yeah, you kind of do. My name's Ollie Wadsworth. I'm the president of John King. We actually manufacture heavy pitch drag chains for the lumber industry.
So you guys make chain.
We do.
Why is chain important in a sawmill?
Well, chain's fundamental in the sawmill. It's for material handling. But I suppose the difference is chain manufacturers a high quality product. Obviously, if a sawmill goes down, then obviously that is an enormous loss in production.
Yeah.
So providing a chain of high quality is fundamental.
Understood. A lot of the sawmills are watching you right now. What's one thing that you want to highlight about John King?
I'd love to highlight this product here.
Okay, I'm watching.
This is a WDH segmental sprocket.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about this is once it's installed is the teeth are removable. They're segmental.
Okay.
You know, a lot of OEMs design these where it's a very hard to reach and very expensive and dangerous to remove.
Yep.
This is a cost-effective way of maintaining the shaft in its existing housing.
These are quite large if you put your hand on it. And so these are the links that go into sawmills, right? To move the materials around. This looks like a sharp chain you got here, right?
Yeah, that's on a power in feed.
Okay, power in feed sharp chain.
Or debarkers. It's fully cast, made out of AISI A630, very high impact. It's called Rhino Tough. It's a very, very good chain for robust, aggressive environments.
Understood. Thank you so much, Oliver. Thank you so much. Got moisture meters, we have steel conveyors. How are you doing, brother? Good, how are you? Hey, I'm just walking around. I want to know, what's your company name? What is your name? And then what do you guys do?
So I'm Gray Threadgill, and this is Mac Chain.
Okay, what does Mac Chain do?
We supply welded steel chain, drag chain for the lumber industry mainly.
Okay.
Manufactured in Woodland, Washington.
Okay.
And steel is sourced from Nucor up here too, so it's all American made.
American made, got it. What's one thing you want to highlight about one product or one thing you want to highlight at the show?
We warehouse in a couple different places, so we're able to service our customers in different areas. So that's something we're trying to get out more, just let people know we have stock in the South and up in the Northeast as well.
I love it. All right, brother, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
More Mac chains here, and we've got a lot here. Looks like smaller sizes, and it goes up to some of the bigger pieces as well. Across the way, looks like we've got a giant machine called a Hog. Hey, gentlemen, how are you? Good. Could I ask you, what is your company name and what do you do?
Yeah, Stringer Industries. Stringer Industries, and my name is Taylor Stringer.
Hey, let's turn it around so they can see your product, right?
That works.
All right, brother. What's your name, sir?
Hey, I'm Taylor Stringer.
Okay.
With Stringer Industries out of Tylertown, Mississippi. We've been in business since 1964, and I'm the third generation, and this is what we make.
So you're in the family business.
I'm in the family
Hey, brother, I respect that.
Yep.
All right, brother. So you told me one key thing you want to highlight for YouTube at this show.
Sure. So our wood chipper cuts using the entire knife. It draws the wood up the side of the spout, so it makes the frequency in between knife changes last longer.
Can you point that out, like what we're looking at here?
This knife.
Okay, let me get a close-up of it.
Sure.
All right.
So the chipper knife, it is going to cut the wood using the entire knife.
Why would another one not do an entire knife?
Design, the orientation of the anvil, and the knife angle attack.
Got it.
Down here.
Down here.
Yep.
Giant machine, giant blade, and it's called a Hog.
Chipper.
Chipper. Well, you got a Hog. It says Hog right behind you,
Yeah,
but
well,
you also make a Hog.
Different picture.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this guy's the
chipper.
The chipper.
The chipper.
And where does a chipper go in a sawmill? Down at the conveyors below the mill, where you got all your residuals dropping down, and then it's taken up by a conveyor.
Yep. And feeds into the wood chipper and cuts chips.
That's it. All right,
Last
brother.
step.
What's that?
Last step.
The last step. That's right.
Process.
All right, brother. Thank you
Thanks,
so
man.
much.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's keep going. We got another cool booth. Looks like these guys are. It says Telco Sensors. How are you doing?
Good. What's up?
I'm walking around and telling the YouTube audience. I'm asking you, what is your name? What's your company name? What do you do?
Donnie Lenhart with Telco Sensors.
Okay, Donnie, what is Telco Sensors?
We do high-performance, rugged photo eyes for the sawmill industry.
Can you show me what they actually look like? What are these devices that you're talking about?
Device in that light tell glitter.
Okay, ooh, this is nice. We got a whole slew of them, right?
So these are used for presence detection to see when a log or a board is in the process and turn something on or off.
I like this demo. What are we seeing here?
This is just, it'll actuate the different sensors as it spins around.
So you make the sensors?
Yes.
Okay.
Photo-wise.
And they're called photo-wise, and where do they go? Where do they get used?
Everywhere in the sawmill, from the log deck to the saws to the trimmers to the chop sorters, everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere that you need to automate a process.
Kind of an open, honest question for you. Sometimes these guys get clogged or dinged, or like, what are you guys doing innovation-wise to help with the common problems?
These are super high performance, so they're made to work in a sawmill environment. They're made to work in a high vibration or high shock environment.
Yeah.
They also have very high penetration power, so they can shoot through, sawdust and other types of contamination. Makes them ideal for that type of environment.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll show you.
Okay.
This is 3-beam transmitter receiver. You break the beam, the blue light comes on.
Okay.
I can even block this with my finger, and you can still see it's still lined up and working, still shooting through my finger.
Wait a second, I'm trying to process this. So here's a sensor. This is your receiver?
Yes.
And this is your
transmitter.
And the point is that you're blocking it. Why are you putting your finger there right now?
So that's to simulate contamination, like sawdust or pitch.
Yeah.
That's present in a sawmill.
Right.
So even with, a typical problem with photoelectric sensors is that they get dirty, they have to be cleaned off. Because the dirt blocks the light from getting from the transmitter to the receiver.
Correct.
Ours are strong enough to penetrate through the contamination and still be able to detect the log or the board as it passes through.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you in a little bit, and gonna head to the next booth. So we were at Telco. Telco makes these cool sensors. So on to the next. We have across the way here we've got Fiber Pro. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can you introduce yourself? What do you do, and what does your company do?
Josh Krause. We build log handling equipment, Fiber Pro. So,
is there one particular thing you want to tell the world? What does Fiber Pro do, and what do you want to highlight?
One particular thing is that we started the high-speed merchandising systems, and we just continue to build them today.
Perfect. What's like the core product offering? I see you got brochures or something. What's like the one, or what's the series of products that Fiber Pro makes today?
Basically merchandisers.
Merchandisers, and that's at the very front of a sawmill. Those are the big chop saw looking things that come down and
that's right.
Chop bucket log, really?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys. Yep. On to the next booth. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This booth here is RF, Rota Free. Not sure what they do yet. Let's figure this out. You're
Joe Cage at Tamarack Software.
And Joe, whereabouts do you have a booth here?
We have no booth.
You don't have a booth?
Just wandering around.
Perfect, brother. Glad you caught me. So for the world, what do you do? What does your company do?
We're building brand new software for sawmills, so end-to-end inventory management system, logs through lumber, modern cloud-based system of record.
And so why is that important? Look, sawmills are watching us, and what you just said makes sense to me, somewhat. But explain, kind of like slow down and like really give them, what is it that, how does your company, Tamarack, can help a sawmill today?
Yeah, so there's two things that we can do.
Okay.
The first is that we can make much easier to use products. There's a lot of attrition at sawmills. Tons of folks turn over, shipping clerks, sales folks, and our system, you can train a person in one day instead of 3 months on the old system in the 80s and 90s. So we think it'll be quite a bit easier to use and just delight the actual folks doing the work in the mill. And then also we can bring better pricing power to the actual product mix that's produced in the mill. So we can take all the inventory data, all the sales data, and make really excellent recommendations for which products to cut.
So your software, in one sentence, does what?
It's a inventory management and sales tool for the mill.
Okay, inventory management and sales. Got it.
But also shipping, financials, all the kind of back office administrative work.
Okay, got it, man. Well, that's a tall order. All right, brother. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Just going booth to booth and asking people what they do. We got SawAdd. I wonder what SawAdd does. We're walking around the show asking everybody, can you introduce yourself and what do you do?
I'm Marty Vatkin and I work with SawAdd. So we have a patented system that stops saw deviation.
Okay, that's important. For bandsaws?
For bandsaws and round saws.
Okay. Can you show me, like in 30 seconds, give me a little tour demo, like the main point is what? What does SawAdd help with, do?
SawAdd stops deviation.
Okay.
So what it does, bandsaw will go here, it measures pressure against the guide and speeds up or slows down based on what the saw is actually doing. So if it's a negative pressure, it'll slow it down so it cuts straight.
Yeah.
So it eliminates deviation 100%.
So which part of this is your system?
This system is down in through here.
You make the green part, or what part do you make?
The whole green part.
Okay. And so this measures, looks like this is a flexure of sorts?
Measures force.
Yep.
Okay. We're measuring, it's actually calibrated to pounds of force.
Okay, and you can show me
the force,
so you can
show up on there, and 50 pounds will be
So when you're applying force to the block this way,
it's pushing this way.
Yep, and what happens? What are we looking at?
You're looking at, it's measuring the force, it'll slow the feed speeds down.
So why is that important in a sawmill?
In a sawmill, because you have no deviation that way, so your product is cut to the size that you want. You have more upgrade, you have less downtime, your saws run longer, there's less damage.
A lot of benefits. A lot of benefits.
It'll pay for itself usually in 3 to 5 weeks.
Dang. All right, sawmills that are watching, pay attention. All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm on to the next booth. All right, what is your company name? What do you guys do?
We're Raptor.
Yeah.
We do plywood and LVL machinery.
Machinery. Yes. So you actually make the machines that make the stuff?
Yeah.
What stuff?
Absolutely. Plywood and LVL. So
plywood and LVL.
Engineered woods.
Okay.
So we do, I believe we are the largest machinery provider for our industry.
Okay.
And we do everything all the way from the lathe, all the way to the panel stacker for plywood. We do everything from the lathe all the way to billet handling for LVL.
Got it.
So we're a company that does work. We got our hands on everything for plywood and LVL.
Okay, one question. At this show, what's one thing you want the audience to walk away with?
One thing to walk away with?
I mean, what's your one key message right now for the market?
For our market, I think it's for sure automation. We need to move towards automating our equipment. Our particular processes in plywood and LVL take a lot of manpower in our traditional way of doing it.
Yep.
And that manpower just doesn't exist right now. The market has changed in terms of the employees, and our equipment works on, help provide solutions to our customers in regards to the automating systems that minimize the amount of employees that are needed to get the same kind of product or better out of the plywood and LVL process.
Perfect. All right. Your name was Connor.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. On to the next booth. Great to see you again. All right. In this booth, we've got Madeira and Osorno. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. Yeah, so we talked to you guys at one point with...
We're live on a YouTube channel, just for high level. Yeah. Curious, what is your name? What's your company name? What do you do?
So we got two companies here. Osorno is a consulting business that works on, helps mills get more efficient in the processing of their raw material. So we get better recovery out of the logs, we get higher value lumber out of the mill, and ultimately focus on driving improved profitability for the operations.
So you make a software.
So the consulting business is one side of the company, and then the other one, through our consulting experience, we just saw that there was a really poor software that existed out there for mills to better manage their facilities.
Yep.
So we started a software company called Madeira. We've got a whole series of modules that are meant to help actual operational leaders within those mills have the tools necessary to drive improved performance and profitability in their facilities.
I love it. Is there one thing or one example you could show us that you want the audience to see about your concept?
Yeah, so we've got a downtime tracking system here.
Was that something we could see a visual on?
Yeah, sure.
So what are these? These are HMIs or these iPads?
So these are Samsung tablets that tie in directly to PLCs. You'd put these in at every machine center.
Okay.
And if the machine goes down, so first of all, the thing acts, when the machine is running, it acts as a communication device. You can see what machine it is, who's the operator, what language it's operating in, if the machine's running, and basically the status for the shift. So your 71% uptime, 29% downtime, and you can see mechanical is 15% of my downtime. You can see Pareto chart of where you're having your failings for this shift, and the types of failings that you're having by failure type, operational, mechanical, etc. Everything's been driven towards very clean understanding of what's going on. If you tap the machine goes down, it pauses, and then after a certain number of seconds, it'll ask the operator for input on what's causing that downtime, and then that appears up on the live reports that we've got, so you can track live how well your mill is performing, uptime, down.
So this here is a screen that would be where in the mill?
Could be a supervisor's office, the maintenance office, manager's office, could be in a break room on a big TV,
and then
anywhere.
That's out there, and this is by each machine.
This is at every machine center. So if this machine stopped,
and
then just within a few taps, you can just go in and say, for example, I had an operational problem at the outfeed on the metal detector belts, and I had a cross up. So 4 taps and you're done.
And as an operator, that's pretty straightforward, right?
Smartphone, simple. Yeah.
Okay, and why is this? So you said first you're running a consulting company.
Correct.
And now you started the software. What's the gap that you saw that Madera addresses? And basically a little...
Yeah, so generally speaking, companies buy big software like ERP systems.
Yes.
And those ERP systems are really good at tracking invoices and receivables and payroll and parts and things like this. And they do a really, really bad job of providing solutions to operational leaders to help them better manage their mill.
Okay.
And so we went in and said, I'm not gonna say SAP is a bad system. I'm gonna say SAP and other ERPs like that do a bad job of really shop floor, impactful operational performance software. And so we go in and we say, let's start to pick off the individual software that can help solve the problems that operational leaders are having in their mills.
What's the top few problems that operational leaders are having in the sawmills right now?
So downtime, for example, your machines aren't running, you're not making money, and maintenance, safety, environmental quality control, all of these are the things that we're solving.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, take care.
I'll be back around. So here we've got the next booth is a company called SparTek. Okay, perfect. What's your name, sir?
My name's Seth.
Seth, well, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What does SparTek do?
So we design and manufacture panel manufacturing equipment.
Okay.
Our main business legacy is plywood, but we also do like fiberglass presses, rubber mat presses, things like that. We do a lot of automation and like process improvement stuff for manufacturing.
Okay, you're doing a lot of things. What's one thing you want to highlight about what your company does?
So one of the big things we're excited about right now is the veneer squeezer press.
Okay, can you show me what that is and what does it do? Give me a 30-second rundown about this.
So this is kind of a revolution to the plywood industry where it will drastically reduce dryer time to create a much better plywood product is just the quick pitch of it. It's never been used before. We're partnering up with another company in the mill, and we are seeing fantastic results, and pretty much everything that they hope for that this product would do for them is what they're seeing.
I love it. Thank you so much, brother. Great to meet you, Seth, right?
Yep.
Catch up with you in a little bit. We got humidity, temperature sensors. Hey, guys. Hey, how are you? Can you guys tell me a little bit about what your company is? And I guess, can you introduce yourself and tell me what your company is and what you do?
Sure. I'm Matt Nemeth. I'm the managing director for E+E Elektronik. We're an Austria company, Austria manufactured. And what we actually produce is digital wet bulb sensors for dry kilns.
Say it again, digital?
Wet bulb sensors for dry kilns.
Sensors for dry kilns.
Correct. Yeah.
Understood, okay.
So this is like a traditional wet bulb system. We don't offer these.
Okay.
This is a sock system, actual water pumping in, and a dry sensor, not shown.
Yeah.
But we replace that with a single probe and transmitter.
Okay.
You can see here that what that actually does is it measures the amount of moisture that's in the air, calculates the wet bulb temperature, then transmits that digitally to any type of controller that's put in charge of making sure the kiln is at the right temperature, the wood's dried to the correct water content.
Okay, I love it. And why is that important for a sawmill?
Less scrap, less maintenance, especially reduced maintenance costs. These do pay for themselves within a year, but ideally, if kilns can target a moisture content of, let's say, 15%.
Yep.
They need to be confident that they're actually at that point.
Yeah.
Our sensor provides that count.
I love it. All right, thank you so much, brother. Thanks. Matthew, great to talk to you. What do you guys do?
And then with Brad, Pacific Industries.
Yep.
You do chain.
Perfect. Show me a little bit about what's one thing that you'd like to highlight at this event.
This event, well, it would be this line of chain right here. It's called Sharp Top. It's brand new for us.
It's called what? I'm sorry?
Sharp Top chain.
Sharp Top. Why are you guys calling it that?
Because of the points on the top of the chain.
So it's a sharp chain.
Exactly.
Okay. And this is about the smallest sharp chain I've ever seen, but
it's 50 pitch.
Okay.
So that's the smallest one that we do.
All right, and then this is
that's a C32B. So that's a metric.
It's a large one.
It is a large one. So
love it. Okay, so Pacific Industries. Is that what your name? The company name?
Correct.
Where are you guys based out of?
We're based out of here, out of Oregon.
Oregon.
Correct.
I love it, brother. Thank you so much. No
problem.
Great to meet you.
Bye.
All right, next booth. We've got. We've got Top Wood Jobs, and we've got Halco. I remember seeing you at one of the events, doing a little YouTube video. You're live. If you can introduce yourself.
I'm Alex Rappaport from Halco.
Alex.
Yeah.
And your company name is Halco. Okay, what does Halco do, Alex?
We do simulation and optimization for the lumber industry.
Okay.
Mostly focused on lumber mills, on sawmills.
Sawmills.
And we do optimize everything from the gauge to the finished product.
Okay.
From the forest to the finished product.
I love it. What is one thing that you want the audience to hear that you do, or a product that you make? What are you trying to highlight at this event?
That people can take more control over their processes in the sawmill.
In a sawmill, okay.
Sometimes people tend just to leave things alone because they're working just fine.
Yeah.
And they lose the ability to further control production and make more money.
Understood. What's your product called? What's the product called that does that?
Our claim to fame is SawSim. It's a sawing simulation. SawSim. It's kind of the mother of all sawing simulations. It's been in development for over 50 years.
50? Wow.
Ever since the late 60s, early 70s, let's put it this way. So it is, it is the gold standard. And then we feel the whole sort of software around it. Is the one I was talking about is called WSO.
I love it. Thank you so much. Okay. There you have it. It's called simulation and optimization.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Got this booth here. Hey, gentlemen, how are you doing?
Hey.
Just this is a YouTube channel, and we are live right now.
Okay.
Just curious if you could introduce yourself and what's your company?
So I'm Louis Jordan. Our company's Temposonics.
Okay.
And we manufacture a linear position transducer that goes in a lot of the hydraulic cylinders at this show to do motion control for a hydraulic cylinder.
So you're actually measuring how far a cylinder is moving?
Yeah, cylinder is strictly just bang, bang. It extends and retracts until you put a sensor in it. Now you're doing motion control.
Motion control for, what is it, hydraulic cylinder?
Hydraulic cylinder.
Okay. What's one thing that you want to highlight at this conference, at this event?
Well, we're offering a new flexible sensor that makes it easy to replace.
Can you show me what it is?
And I can show it to you.
Okay, we have...
So we have our standard pressure pipe.
Yep.
And now you can put the sensor guts into it.
Okay. Just like that?
At an angle.
At an angle.
And then push it in.
Yeah.
And never go down. So you don't have to pull it out of a hydraulic cylinder.
That's important.
Very important.
Yeah, why did you guys do that design? Why is that important?
Well, if it's too close to a wall and you got to pull it out, it might be harder to pull this whole thing out. So now you can pull it out at an angle, which makes it easier.
Show that again. That was really cool, actually.
So you can pull this out at an angle like that.
If you're up against like a wall.
Yeah,
kind of
so you don't have to cut a hole in the wall to pull this whole thing out.
Because in the past, these guys were like a long...
We can build them up to 30 feet.
Let me get this back up here. Up to 30 feet, you said?
Yeah.
And how short?
Down to like 2 inches.
And how precise is your...
About 0.1 micron.
Say what?
It's very accurate.
Is that right?
It's a rugged device. You could beat it up. And then we're also launching...
Wait a second. You just glazed over that because that's like trivial for you. But you said what micron?
0.1. So...
A micron is like insanely thick. Okay, so human hair is how thick?
Like 2,000ths.
Okay, a diameter of a human hair in cross-section is what diameter? 2,000.
Yes. So you could monitor this thing
which is how many microns? I mean, you're speaking to me in inches and microns here.
What was that, 100 microns?
But the point is,
we could do very precise, whether it's going in a sawmill or going on a CNC machine.
I love it. That's quite precise. And you got a whole variety of different products here. So you're making a device that's really, really high accuracy and precision in terms of measurement devices.
That's right.
Thank you so much. And sawmills all over the globe are watching. So
nice to meet you, sir. We're a cutting tool manufacturer.
What is your name?
Tom.
Tom, nice to meet you. And what's your company name?
DK Spec.
DK Spec. And what does DK Spec do?
We're a cutting tool manufacturer for the wood industry. We succeed when again a knife, wear parts for the machines and the sawmills, also in the OSD mill.
I love it.
We're 85 employees located in Quebec. We manufacture all our stuff from machining to heat treatment, installation.
I love it. If you can summarize everything you do, what's one thing that you want to highlight at this event?
This is our MK2.
Let's get a shot of it. Come over here. Can you give me a little demo of what you're...
This is cutting-edge technology to grind the planer heads to the 3-thou accuracy.
Okay.
We can grind our own cutter heads, but also cutter heads from other OEMs.
Can we take a look inside, or it's running in operation right now?
Right now it's running. But
that's perfect. No, you don't have to stop it. I just want to see it running. A lot of times at these big industry events, the machines can't run.
Yeah.
So the fact that yours is running is really good. So
in an industrial application, you would see coolant going through to cool the grinding process.
Coolant, makes sense, yeah. So this is in like a simulation mode right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And
65 sold all in America and South America also.
You do you do North America and South America.
Yep.
Okay.
This machine.
I love it.
It's been running for over. This is the latest generation introduced in 2022.
Okay.
But we've made that machine for over 20 years.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Can you share what is your name? What's your company name?
Our company name is Schmidt North America. We're a manufacturing company out of Switzerland.
Out of Switzerland, okay.
Based.
Yep.
Have a branch now in North America where we sell our combustion systems for producing heat in steam or hot water from
biomass combustion systems.
From 1 million BTU to 28 million BTU. And we burn bark, wood chips, pellets, sawdust. So everything that you have as residue from a wood mill, from a sawmill, is basically what we use our material.
I love it. Okay. What's one thing that you want people to know about your company?
We're innovative and customer-oriented people, so we make sure that all our equipment is working at any given time.
Do you have systems installed in North America?
We have 10 systems installed in North America and hundreds in...
Love it. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
These guys looks like they make some kind of saw blades. And
this is the train area, right?
We've got Saw and Knife Works, Saw and Tool Company. Hey, how are you? Can you introduce yourself? YouTube is watching. Sawmills around the world are watching.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm Katrina. California Saw and Knife Works and Roseburg Saw and Tool. We are a premier saw blade manufacturer and knives for mechanized food processing.
What's one thing you want the sawmill world to know about your company? What's one product or something you want to highlight?
I don't think it's necessarily about our company, but I think that success is defined by understanding what the goals of your business are, and our goals are to align with companies that are trying to do similar things to what we're doing. So I think figuring out what it is you're trying to achieve is the starting place.
I love it. Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Yeah. Bye, you too.
Got Wood-Mizer booth over here. Looks like these guys are busy. All right, we've got the next booth here is, hey gentlemen, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
Amazing. YouTube is watching sawmills around the world. I'm curious if you can introduce what is your company and what do you do?
Our company is CRS Data.
Okay.
And what we do is
CRS Data
Solutions.
Solutions.
Okay, let me say that again. CRS Data Solutions.
Correct.
Okay, what does that do?
We supply printers that will print barcodes, text, logos straight to wood products.
Okay, that's important.
Okay.
Perfect. So you're the printer.
We're the printer guys.
We provide the printers. We do the training. We do the installation generally on their lines. We also integrate them into their already either measuring 2x4s and actually doing what they would call a kind of a vision system that gives quality information. And as these things are going by at about 240 feet per minute, each
fast,
about maybe 6 to 8 inches apart, these 2x4s, this vision system on each one is giving like a quality, a piece of data for that's being buffered, and then further up as they go by, bang, 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 we're putting all that information on.
You're printing it on it.
Well, their equipment, we sell them the equipment, we train them, we integrate it into their systems, and it just runs on our own.
So what do you guys
right on
make?
The line.
What do you make? What do you sell?
We're distributors. We distribute the printers, the vision systems, the scanners, labeling systems, all that kind of stuff.
It looks
mostly for packaging companies.
Yeah, I was going to ask my next question is I see lumber, I see panels. What industries do you operate in?
Food and beverage. Right, but let's say, for example, we have Campbell Soup.
Okay.
Harry and David's.
Yeah.
On the mill side, we have Georgia Pacific.
Yeah.
We have people who cut joists, a company like Pacific Woodtech. So we're marking every single thing. We mark it, label it. We even have lasering systems that etch into products as they go by.
So you got a lot going on here. Just highlight one thing?
Yeah.
One thing, your whole booth, you got a lot going on, but what's one thing?
Product identification.
Product identification. Is there an example or a demo of product identification we could see? This is it here?
This is it here. The printer is printing that paper.
Oh, okay, so there's nothing here, and we're printing here.
There you go.
Beautiful. Good demo, guys. What is this?
That's product identification.
Okay, you're printing the product identification.
Yeah,
that's what you mean.
We're providing the printers and training the customer how to do it.
Got it. Thank you so much. All right, on to the next booth here. We've got MiCROTEC. What do you do?
Do stackers with automatic stick placers.
Okay. Oh, sorry. What was your name, sir?
My name's Tom Best.
Thomas, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
I own the place.
That's incredible. A lot of sawmills around the world are watching you through YouTube right now.
Well, that's good because we have the world's best stacker with automatic stick placing. There isn't any system from Europe or any place else that beats us.
Yeah.
For the standpoint of productivity, maintenance, operator simplicity, we got it all.
I love it. Can you show me highlight one thing about your product or your system here?
Well, we're watching a video here. Can we get over here?
Yep.
Video.
Yeah.
The stick placing is underneath the course of lumber.
Yeah.
And the system that lifts the sticker off the chains and takes it out underneath the lumber is attached to the fork, so there's no relative motion between the two, and that reduces the maintenance. The people that used to do it this way were USNR and Bid Group, and they are no longer using this type of system because they could never figure out how to make it work.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. So you make what product again?
Stacker with automatic stick placer. The company name is Gillingham Best. We're in Spokane, Washington.
And you sell systems all where?
All over the world.
All over the world.
They're in Australia, they're in South America, they're in Europe, they're all over Canada and the U.S., and I've been doing it for 40 years.
I love it. Thank you so much, sir. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day. You got 500,000 people watching you, so what do you do?
We do industrial components from the motor to the gearbox to the couplings. We can do like the whole system.
Okay. Show me one thing that you want to highlight at this expo.
And this gearbox right here, the planetary gearbox.
Why is it important?
It creates a lot of torque, and the size is pretty small, and so And then another thing is this Rex Pro chain. The good thing about these are it's a lot.
Hold up, well, let's just do one thing. What about this guy? That's important? So you got a torque. What do you?
So this is the planetary gearbox.
Okay.
It's the most robust and strong gearbox that is out in the industry because it's a planetary gearbox line.
Yeah.
It can take a lot of shock load. It can take a lot of abuse when you have a debarker or some sort of gang rail with a planetary gearbox. We are the premier in the industry for this.
Yeah.
We sell these all over, including our customer across the way. They're selling the same planetary gearbox.
So it's a much bigger one.
Much bigger one. Yep, they brought a bigger one. We have a smaller one.
There you go. So this guy is basically it makes this shaft spins fast and this
motor
shaft
goes
spins
inside
slow.
this side and it comes out this side because this is a ratio.
Yeah.
Coming from your motor. Your motor's running at 2,000 RPM. Gearbox reduces the ratio of it, but increases the horsepower.
Yep.
And so now if it is like 2-to-1 ratio, if it's coming here at 2,000 RPM, it's going out at 1,000 RPM. So, but it increases the torque of that, whatever being turned. So that's what a gearbox does.
I love it. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And across the hall, we've got in-stock parts. Looks like there's a giant motor system over here. So hey guys, can I ask you what you do?
Yes.
Well, come over here. Sorry. What is your name and then what's your company name?
Travis with In-Stock Parts.
What does In-Stock Parts do?
So we are a distributor of inventory. So we deal in factory new as well as surplus. So we deal with the factory and distribute their parts basically.
What's one thing you want to highlight about your company or your product?
Yeah, so one thing that distinguishes us is that we deal in factory new as well as surplus. So we have a solution that meets basically all applications.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great to meet you.
Great. There's lots of equities.
Looks like something's running. We got a balloon hovering. Hey gentlemen.
How you doing?
We got YouTube watching. Sawmills all over the world. Can you introduce what your company is? Introduce yourself, please.
Hey, yeah, I'm Aaron with Kaeser Compressors. This is Joe Hendrickson with Kaeser Compressors.
Yeah, what does Kaeser do?
We are one of the global manufacturers of industrial rotary screw air compressors.
Okay.
We're a German company.
Yeah.
And this is our product.
What's one thing that you want to highlight about your product?
Reliability and energy efficiency.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We go. Okay. How are you?
Good.
Can I ask you to introduce yourself and your company?
Sure.
What is your name, sir?
I'm Theo Trebs.
Theo, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And what is your company name?
The Peerless Saw Company.
And what do you guys do?
We make industrial circular saw blades.
Okay, any one particular thing you want to highlight at this expo?
Well, the Peerless Saw blade is the best on the industry. We've been in business for over 90 years.
Okay.
And we make our circular bodies that anybody else punching this for a reason.
What's the reason?
Because we make the best product.
Right, but I mean, like,
we do everything in-house as far as the heat treating.
So it's something about the metallurgy is what you're talking about then?
Yes, we use American steel. We're one of the few, if not the only one that does.
Give me, I don't know if it's appropriate to ask you, but can you give me a 30-second on something that fascinates me about our industry is that you've got so much depth of knowledge in every niche of the industry. So you guys are, with the saw, you guys go really deep with the metallurgy and metal science, right?
We do.
Yeah, can you explain give it a little bit of a taste of the depth of a blade? What goes into making a saw blade?
Well, what we do is we buy American 8670 alloy steel, which is high nickel, high carbon steel.
Okay.
And we heat treat it in-house. It has the nickel in it, which is very highly wearable part, or unwearable part. And so a lot of our competition, they don't use that 8670 alloy.
Okay.
They use something else that doesn't have as much nickel in it.
Okay.
And therefore, and it gives us a high quality product. It stands up in the gut.
So you got, basically, my question was just to back up your statement about we're the best. So that was the reason for my deeper question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to go on to see the next booth. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Hey, how are you, brother? I'm walking around doing a YouTube video.
Yeah?
We got a lot of wood products manufacturing companies on the YouTube. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Vincenzo.
Sorry, what's your name?
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo.
Means Italian name.
I love it, brother.
Yeah.
And what is your company name?
My company name is Imalpal Group.
Imalpal.
We come from the north of Italy. We are a group that is making machines for the woodworking manufacturing.
I've been to northern Italy. It's beautiful, man. I love it. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I was saying that we make machines from the waste, like shavings, sawdust, chips. We can make products like this. So pallet blocks, all the kind of product that is possible with buying.
Do you make the machines that make this
Machine.
stuff? Okay. What's one machine or one thing about your company that you want the world to know?
Pallet block machine.
Show me which one you're talking about. Okay, you got a press. So you make this machine.
Yeah, we make this machine that makes the blocks. So it's an extrusion process. Then we cut the extruded in the blocks, and we make the feet of the pallet.
You make the feet of the pallets.
Yeah. We have 25 plants in Europe, and here in the States they are buying from them. From Europe they are buying this kind of blocks.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Great to meet you. And you have some of the products here, yeah? Can you show me what you're talking about? Okay. So this goes inside of a pallet.
Yeah, on the feet of the pallet.
Feet of the pallet.
9 feet.
Perfect. I got you. So you make the machines that make this.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What is your name?
I'm Burton Patel.
Burton. And what is your company name?
Add wrap packaging private limited.
Add wrap.
Yeah. Why don't you just add wrap to your lumber? That's what you say.
I like it.
Load covers.
I love it. Okay, so that was going to be my next question. What do you do?
What do? We add wraps to all the lumber.
You wrap the lumber.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it. And what's one thing you want to highlight at this show? What do you want to say about the company or your product?
Well, my product, our specialty is we provide the leanest wrap, lowest GSM, down-gauged, so people don't have to use more plastic. They can use less plastic and cover the same amount of wood. So it saves money, use less plastic. I'm a plastic producer saying use less plastic.
Hey, you're my kind of guy, brother.
Yeah.
I wish you could make wood wrap.
That could be the new product.
The new product? Hey, all right. All right. So yeah, thank you so much.
And this is continue with it. This is I'm the local representative.
Yeah. Okay. What is your name, sir?
Adam Fine. Work for Multi-Fab Packaging.
Multi-Fab Packaging.
They are out of Spokane.
You're Spokane here nearby in the area?
In Vancouver. Yeah.
Okay.
Vancouver, Washington.
And where's the company based that you're representing?
Vancouver, Washington. And, yeah.
Oh, okay. Your company is.
Oh, yeah.
But your guys' company is
India.
India.
Yeah.
I love it, brother. Do you speak Punjabi?
Not that much.
Not that much?
Yeah, more than 3,000 languages in India, so.
I know friends that speak Punjabi. Anyway, sorry. Adam, what's one thing you want to share?
I think that their product brings the quality to the segment. I mean, there's a lot of low quality products out there in this line.
Yeah.
And there we found with them is they bring the quality of the printing.
Is that the product? Can you show me what we're talking about?
Yeah, definitely.
What's special about the product here? That it's thinner or what?
It's a little thinner. It's thinner, so it adds less. You use less plastic.
Okay.
You also see the print quality. There's no like overlapping. High definition.
I love it.
To where some of our competitors, if they did
this,
this,
what the competitors are using.
Their viewing is not that great. You see all the problems over here.
That's a printing problem or a material problem?
Material problem.
problem.
You can see the printing. I mean,
goes into the print.
Comparatively, and this is cheaper somehow.
Yes.
Got it.
Better. You don't get it in this world though.
Got it. So you guys are the wrapping guys.
Yeah, we are the
Okay, thank you so much, brother. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. Look at this. We've got this booth called CON-VEY Lift. Okay, well, just a quick question. What is it?
It is a company where we make specialty lifts. In this particular case, we are displaying where you can actually load the containers or trucks with lumber.
Okay.
What's your
name, sir? We're Portland LLC.
Okay.
We specialize in ink, foam, and marking products. We make ink
foam, and marking products. I got you.
So for the lumber industry, we provide the foam and the ink that help some of the equipment print on the lumber in the lumber mills. Yeah.
Yeah. What's one thing that you want to highlight at this show?
If you have any ink needs or any kind of marking device, we can make any kind of structure to hold the ink, and we can make any type of ink, and we specialize in developing ink for any application. So that's what we'd probably want people to know about Forlaw. We've been in business for 50 years.
I love it. Yeah. So you're the ink guys.
Yes, for sure.
We are the consumables at the end of the machines that can stop the entire process, unfortunately.
All right.
It has to be consistent.
And you've got some displays here. What is it that you're displaying?
So this is our partner Clausen, and they actually are a manufacturer of the equipment that actually does the marking on the lumber.
I understand, yeah. So these are like the rubber pieces that apply the ink to the lumber. Yeah. Understood.
The end of the printing process or end of the mill process.
I gotcha. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're here. This is Cooper. So can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Francis Cooper at Cooper Machine.
And what does Cooper do?
We build sawmill equipment.
Okay.
From merchandising systems to scribes and sorting systems and everything in between.
What's one thing you want to highlight about Cooper Machine? Or a machinery or a product?
We've been around for 60 years, so we've got some great equipment. We're doing a lot in the post and pull industry right now.
Okay.
So
you are a family-owned business.
We are a family-owned business.
High five.
I am third generation.
That's incredible. Good story.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On to the next.
All right.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Just curious what you do. Well, I guess, can you introduce yourself and what is the company?
Well, Buchanan Automation is our channel partner.
Okay.
For the Northwest.
Okay.
I'm with Schneider Electric, the manufacturer of the collaborative robot and other parts of our automation offering. PLCs, HMI, drives.
So you make a lot of stuff. You're a big company.
We're a manufacturer, and our representation in this area is Buchanan Automation. They're our channel partner.
Perfect. Sir, what's your name?
Yeah, Daniel Curley.
Daniel, yep. What's your company called again?
Buchanan Automation.
And what do you do?
Yeah, well, industrial automation. So you'll see anything here from the far left, pneumatic valves, actuators, and anything in between, fitting, tubing, FRO stuff, electric actuators.
There's a lot going on. If you could show me one thing that you guys are working on, what's one thing you can highlight?
Yeah, so actually you'll see on the blue Mac valves we got right there, this is actually a full bank for a customer on some newer type of valves of this technology.
Can you come around and show me?
Oh, yeah, right here. And actually, well, if we could grab Tim, it's actually his project, but...
Just a 30-second spiel on what it is and what you got going on.
Yeah, so, well, Mac valves... they're a great company. Back valves is all that they do. They don't diversify. They know strictly valves, and so they do really well. Actually, here, Tim, this is your customer. We're looking at this bank.
What is this, sir? What's your name?
Tim, Winnesopper.
Sir, nice to meet you. And what are we looking at?
This is a bank for a sawmill carriage. The big logs come out of the water. This carriage will get up and access the wood. It'll turn the wood to optimize the cut in it. And it's gone up to Vancouver, BC, Western Forest Products.
Love it.
So it's going to be a new technology for them, and it'll be very, very easy for them to work on.
So is it fair to say you're like an integrator? You're taking the components, you don't manufacture the valve, you take the component and you build a custom system for the customer. For the customer, and your customers are a range of what?
Yeah, all the OEMs, big sawmill, USNR, this is sale equipment.
So you work with OEMs,
correct?
But do you work directly with sawmills as well?
Yep, I do both.
Okay, you do both. Well, thank you so much. Great to meet you guys. I'm going to keep going, go to the next booth here. Thank you. We've got those guys trying to get a lot of content in a short amount of time. All right, we've got another booth here. We've got, sir, can you introduce yourself and what's your company?
Taylor Steering, Steering Sawmill Machinery. We build hydraulic log turners, that's what we're known for, and our deck saw, that's what we have here.
Okay, so hold on a second. You build a very specialized thing, right? I know what it is, but for the YouTube, what is your product do?
It's a hydraulic log turner. So when the carriage gets done cutting that face of the log, the carriage lets go of it, the log turner pops up, spins it, puts it back on the carriage, and off it goes back down the line.
I love it. I love it. And then what are we looking at here?
This is our deck saw. You'll get the logs coming into the mill, chop it down to size. 3 horsepower motor on a big chain bar.
Where would they put this saw?
They put it a lot of times like right by the D-barks.
So you're cutting logs?
Yeah. They'll come in oversized and we'll lay straight, chop them down to specific size plate.
I gotcha. Let me show you. So point out, what are the components to your system here? What are we looking at?
So we have our electric motor that runs the belt.
Electric motor that runs the belt, you said, yeah?
Runs the belt that spins the chain around.
Chainsaw, yep.
We have our hydraulic cylinder that basically brings it up and down.
Okay.
From a guy in a Sawyer's cab.
Yep.
We have our oil reservoir that basically runs through and keeps the bar chain nice and oiled and happy.
Perfect.
Yeah, pretty simple.
I love it, brother.
Simple.
Thank you so much. Again, your company was?
Searing Sawmill Machinery.
Searing Sawmill Machinery. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Great to meet you. What's going on?
See it.
Look at these guys. Hey, for the YouTube, we're recording live.
Oh, perfect.
I guess we don't have to pretend we don't know each other. We know each other.
Absolutely.
What? Can you introduce yourself to the YouTube audience? You've got 500,000 people watching you right now. So
That's nerve-wracking. Kyle Ferris with Ferris Engineered Wood. We're a family business out of Lyons, Oregon.
You guys are in Oregon.
Yep.
And this event is happening in Oregon.
That's right.
Dude, I'm just zipping around the world. Africa, Europe, Canada. Was in Texas like 2 days ago, so now I'm in Oregon. And what do you guys do?
Well, we've historically made a bunch of veneer products. We've also made plywood products, but over the last few years, we've developed a proprietary engineered mass timber panel that's patented in North America, Australia, and New Zealand. And we make mass timber out of small pieces of veneer.
I love it. What is one thing you want the world to know about Ferris?
Well, I would say that if you're looking at a mass timber product or a mass timber project, you should look at our product. We can typically perform better than a lot of the other cross-laminated timber companies out there, and we'd love to grow our business.
I love it. What are you're walking the show floor. You don't have a booth here.
No, we don't.
What are you looking at when you're at the show like this?
We're looking at innovation. We're always looking at different ways to innovate, and this is a good spot to see what other people have come up with, so we aren't reinventing equipment from scratch.
I love it, brother. Well, I'm going booth to booth and asking people exactly that.
And I'm here with actually our head maintenance manager, Chris Harpole.
Okay, this is, what's your name, sir?
Chris Harpole.
Chris, pleasure to meet you.
And our supervising electrician, Curtis Steckler. So we've got the A-team here today.
You got the A-team with you.
That's right.
That's how you guys roll.
That's exactly right.
All right, well, enjoy your day, gentlemen. I'm going booth to booth. I'll catch up with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Sure. I'm John Wormer. Do sales for
John
Wormer.
And what's your company name?
Elektrim Motors. We're part of Cantoni Group in Europe.
Okay, perfect. And what's like one thing that the audience should know what you do?
We make OEM-friendly motors. Multiple voltages around the world. This is Thomas, our head engineer.
Yeah, the motors are produced in Poland.
Beautiful, Thomas. Good job. There's a lot of motors in a sawmill, right?
Yeah.
Small ones, big ones, all kinds of motors.
Yes, but we deliver motors to US market from 50 years.
Okay.
We are very solid supplier with high quality products.
Okay.
And to cooperate with OEM manufacturers.
Okay.
Specific for their product.
I love it. Well,
I'll say hello to the Polish audience.
Ja, dzień dobry. Tomasz Gąsiorowski z tej strony. Dumnie oferujemy polskie silniki w Stanach Zjednoczonych.
What did you say?
Rozwijamy nasz rynek dla polskich produktów.
А вы по-русски понимаете? Чуть-чуть? I see, you said рынок, so that's like market.
Blisko.
Blisko, yeah, exactly. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, we're here at the next booth over. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm Stuart Hutchison with UBSafe.
UBSafe, okay. What does UBSafe do?
We do machine safeguarding. So we safeguard machinery. We've done safeguarding on tons of mill equipment, banders, stackers, auto wrappers, you name it. So we go in and we make sure your house moves go home safe.
That's important.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you highlight, like, what's the one thing you want to highlight about your business, about what you guys do?
One thing I'd like to highlight is that just because So you get a piece of equipment from an OEM and it has safeguards on it. That doesn't always mean that it will meet the local legislations, and you should have that verified and validated and make sure that you're compliant with OSHA and whatever local governing body you have.
And you guys do those?
We do that, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was easy to understand and comprehensible. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, next. All right, so we're here at Western Integrated Systems. Can I ask you to share what your name is, sir?
Jeremy Nickel.
Jeremy, and what does your company do?
We provide integration services, either drive integration, motor controls, various PLCs. We are a Rockwell Gold system integrator, but that's not all we do. Bottom line, we're an integrator, so we can integrate anyone's equipment.
What are you showing here?
This is our MCP product, motor control panel. UL 508A rated.
What's one thing that you want the audience to know? Sawmills are watching you. What do you want them to know?
Come talk to us about our new MCP lineup.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. What is your name and what's your company name?
My name is Josh with a company called Sonic Air.
Josh, pleasure to meet you, sir. What does Sonic Air do?
So we build these big fans, mount up in pretty much any facility that creates dust. These fans take about 20 minutes to make a 360-degree rotation, and they oscillate up and down up to 120 degrees.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, they're essentially knocking down any dust that has accumulated up top, and it creates a barrier of air underneath turbulent air to keep the dust from
accumulating.
Keep it back down to where it's easy to clean up on the floor.
And that's important because you're less risk of explosions and fires, I assume, right?
Exactly.
Can you share a little bit about, I guess, one thing about your company that you want the audience to know?
We've been around for about 20 years. We've been selling to everybody here for about 20 years. So we're already in the Roseburgs and Weyerhaeuser. We're in all of the main guys. So we're just out here seeing who else we can pick up.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Innovation. We're always trying new things.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good
one. Okay, we've got Mid-South. We've got MiCROTEC Industries. Hi, sir. How are you? Got a YouTube channel going. Sawmills are watching you. Can you introduce your company and yourself?
I'm Dave Houston, and I'm with Iron Code Engineering, and we're with MiCROTEC here at the Portland Show.
Okay, what's one thing that you want to talk about? Your company, what do you guys do? What are you promoting?
We do, Iron Code Engineering does industrial controls for all sorts of different sawmill equipment from one end to the other, and MiCROTEC Industries manufactures a lot of that equipment, designs and manufactures trimmers, sorters, stackers, planer mills. Pretty much everything.
I saw one of these MiCROTEC stackers. Did you make a stacker?
Yes.
Okay, I think I saw your stacker line going in recently. So
it was done a lot for on the west coast here with Sierra Pacific, Hampton.
Okay.
And then in the southeast, we've done a lot with Interfor. And,
I saw your system in Texas. I was at Steely Lumber in Texas.
Oh yes, that's about to start up next week.
That's right. Yeah. I was just there 2 days ago. So
yeah,
very cool. I connecting the dots now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Okie doke. How are you, sir? Perfect. I go by V. See? V. Yeah. What is your name, sir?
My name is Roger.
Roger, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. What company are you with?
I'm with U.S. Metalworks. We have two facilities. We have one in Liberty, Mississippi, and one in Sandy, Oregon.
And what do you do?
We manufacture the truck bins and the truck tarping stations.
Truck bins and truck tarping stations?
Yes.
Okay. This is one of your main products here?
Yes, this is a truck bin. There's where you can put your chips,
yes,
shavings in, and a forest industry product.
Yeah.
Truck drives underneath. These doors open up.
Right.
Material falls into that truck.
Yeah.
And that truck drives out. Then it frees the doors.
Close the door. I love it. Yeah, you better close the door.
Close the doors. The truck will drive out.
Yep.
You keep putting material in it, and they'll just continue going through here. It's a process.
I love it. Where do you install these systems? Where are they installed?
All over the United States and any forest product. Sawmill, paper mill, hardwood, any wood industry.
That's what we do. We're all about the wood products industry. So, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Hey, sir, how are you? Can I ask you to introduce your company?
This is Solagen. We do.
1 second. I guess what's your name first, sir?
I'm Jacob.
Jacob, it's a pleasure to meet you. So what's your company called?
We're Solagen. We do primarily wood suspension burners and industrial drying applications.
Say it again. Wood
suspension burners is our primary product line.
Okay.
But we do other types of burners as well.
So you're making burners.
Yep.
And they burn biomass or?
Yeah, biomass combustion.
Okay. And they produce electricity, I assume?
Heat energy to be used in drying applications or energy applications.
Perfect. And here at your booth, looks like you got a couple of things here. What's one thing you want to highlight about your products or your company?
This is, I guess, our primary product line.
Okay.
This guy, and we make them all in-house, all American-made.
Where are you located at?
Just up in St. Helens, just a little way
really?
to here. Yeah.
I grew up kind of in the area, so.
Oh, nice.
Very cool. What are we looking at here?
So this gets mounted kind of as that picture shows behind you there. And so it gets mounted vertically up against an air heater, and then that feeds into a dryer, kind of as you can see on that picture there.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean that's
the idea.
That's the lowdown.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Can you introduce yourself, Rick?
I'm Andy Pollard with Pollard Lumber Company from a little Georgia sawmill right outside of Augusta, Georgia.
You're like, it's a family business. Can you tell me a little bit more about the business?
Yes, we've been in business since 1948 when my father got back from World War II. He incorporated and started a business. It moved around a lot at first, and then it settled in this location in Appen where he was born and originally from in the early 50s, about 53 or 4. And we've been there ever since. We built our first sawmill. We were mostly just a planer mill until 1972, and we built our first sawmill in 72 and been running a sawmill and a planer mill there ever since.
That's such a cool story. Andy, I appreciate our friendship. I've been to your sawmill when I was representing JoeScan, installing 3D scanners. And I would just go around the world telling cool stories, and my main message is God is good and wood is good.
And I agree. God is good and wood is good. And we at Pollard Lumber Company never had the intention of being the largest lumber company. We wanted to do what we do it well and honor God with it. And we wanted to have a good place for our employees to work, and we wanted to take care of our employees and make a little money too.
I love it. Well, I'm excited to hear you on stage. I don't want to hold you up.
Thanks.
Thank you for your friendship.
Yes.
I'm excited for you. Get out there and crush it. You had the little warm-up now. Now you're all ready.
Okay.
Preach it. Tell them wood is good, Andy.
Oh, good.
Anybody else stand up once on MiCROTEC over here? This ceremony, providing the refreshments. Thank you very much. I know COMAct is.
There are only so many legends in the sawmilling world, and our 36 timber processing facilities. We have a little gift for you.
All right, thank you. Denar's new bark sawing gang. And I said, I just don't like any of them.
It's been quite a day. It's now 4:10 p.m. I'm here in Portland at the Portland Expo and covered about half of the show. So tomorrow I'm going to do the other half of the show. And for the first part of the show, I focused on the one side of this whole event center. Tomorrow I'll try to cover a bunch more. Maybe I'll get through all of them. I don't know. And then stay tuned for another day of Timber Processing and Energy Expo. Sign off for now because my feet are killing me and the battery's about to die. So,
we got this whole.
All right, we've got a lot going on. A really cool day. Learned a whole bunch. And also got a chance to talk to some really cool people. Got a chance to catch up with a lot of friends. And that was really cool to see Andy receiving the Person of the Year award. And that is we're really cool that Andy and I are personally friends. And I spoke to him before he went on stage. So you'll hear a little soundbite about Andy. That was a lot of content in one day, so gonna grab my bag and skedaddle out of here. Boom. Portland Expo Center. Here is the map. This is where I walked in, and I talked to Samuel, and then I went down. Basically, I tried to go down this way. No, I don't remember talking to these guys or these guys. Then I went down this way. Basically, I tried to cover this whole side of the map. Tomorrow, I'll need to pick up kind of down the middle here. And then all of these companies here. I hope that the videos that I'm making is going to be able to help a lot of people in our industry. The content that, I'm making right now, or you can have from your customers, it can be deployed on social media, which the reach is just tremendous. You can get your message in front of the right people in the world, in your target market, and we can help you do that. So if you want to do that, you just let me know on LinkedIn, and my business, his name is Koval. It's like the shape oval with a strong K in front of it. It just means smith in the Ukrainian, Russian, Slavic language. So I think that's going to be a wrap. Good morning. Boy, I'm getting exhausted from all this travel. Today is day number 8 that I left my wife and kids, and it's a sacrifice. So I'm just driving here in downtown Portland. It is September 26th this morning, Thursday, and I just had a quick meeting already with a friend of mine about some projects we're talking about doing and etc. But the cool thing I wanted to show you is look in this hotel that we just met at in the lobby. You got so many beautiful pieces of wood. Look at these beautiful benches.
Yeah, one of items is
Absolutely beautiful. Now look above me. Ready? What's up there? What do you think those are, huh? Slabs of wood. Timber Processing and Energy Expo workshop seminars. Got a friend of mine doing a presentation, so figured I better attend some of these presentations and hear what's new in the industry and take you guys along with my camera. Here's the man, the myth, the legend. You're talking next, yeah?
It's coming.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a YouTube. Corey, good morning. Good
morning.
You want to introduce yourself real quick?
Oh, you don't know me?
No, the YouTube audience doesn't know you.
Dane Floyd, CEO of Biomass Engineering.
And you?
Corey Vyshevsky, West Coast Sales Engineer, Biomass Engineering.
Excited to hear you guys' presentation. We'll be in the audience.
All right.
And I have people not only from our group, but from other forest products group, like the softwood industry and things like that.
Sure.
Throughout the nation.
Yeah.
And I can get that
however we do that, I can send it to all 1,000 of emails that I have and have them to, what do you call it, repost or do whatever needed to be done. You tell me how to do that, but
you have a way to reach those audiences.
I do. I have 1,000 emails.
Okay, and so the follow-up question is, now we have a way to reach them. What if we reach them? What's the message that we should be communicating to these guys? What's the most impactful, relevant, valuable information that we can help educate, we can help entertain, we can help, you mentioned how-to videos. We can create all of this content.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
What is at the top of their priority list right now, these wood products manufacturing companies?
I don't know what's at the top of their list, but it's at the top of my list to get the information out to people and to make them understand that we are not the problem. Quote, we are not the problem, we are the solution, end quote. So what is that solution? They think, most people out there think that we are raping the forest and just tearing everything down. We are planting it, we are replanting, but more importantly, it's the carbon sequestration. That's what the environmentalists and the green movement 30-30 and all that's what it's all about, is carbon.
Yeah.
That's what they're basing it on.
Yeah.
And so if we take trees out, now we've taken out the carbon. No, they don't understand that carbon sequestration goes into the lumber, then it goes into the furniture, and it lasts for the length of that furniture. Plus, we've already replanted and now replanted what we cut, and now that is growing.
Yeah.
Washington Farm Forestry Association. That's what they are using as a trademark, is wood is good. Now, they wouldn't mind us using it, but let's come up with our own, and I've not heard anyone say we are the solution, we are not the problem. I don't know how they would tie that directly into
back to my original question, that's more technicalities. I'm just worried about, think about the people that are receiving these thousands of emails that you've got, let's say, softwood, hardwood manufacturers. The how we do it is a technical, what we say is, this is what I'm trying to say, is that what's the content that they want to hear? I have just 3 more hours at this exhibit as soon as it opens. I'm going to run in there, and I want to ask the questions that lead to valuable content that is captured on film. And then as I get that out there, distribute it through the YouTubes, through the emails, eventually the sawmill owner will, let's say, open this video. Will he find it valuable? And I want to provide maximum value. Like, basically I'm trying to short circuit the information, the value that's happening here or anywhere where I go, and get it straight to the audience.
The first thing you need to do, of course, is what is the kicker line? What is the intro line? What's that? When I bring up the YouTube and I say, oh, wood is good, I want to read about that.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're part of the industry, yes, you would.
Yeah, and which everyone that I would go to is part of the industry. Okay. So if you use wood is good, or wood is the solution, or timber is the solution, or whatever you want to say like that, but the message is, we are sustainable. This is a sustainable, natural industry.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely agreed. I think we're the true environmentalists, really.
Yes, we're the first ones.
I want to get that on camera. We're the true environmentalists, people. I think we need to take that title back, What the Enemy Stole. There's a song, that's what it's called.
I mean, we've used that a lot. We're the original environmental.
And how can you unpack that for me? What does that mean? What do you mean when you say that? I have my own definition, but you go for it.
Okay, the original fund that we have, we are protecting the forest, the fish, the critters,
water
by a good, sustainable, science-oriented forestry.
100% agreed. And the list goes on. It's air quality and everything else.
Everything.
All right, I'm here at the Timber Processing Energy Expo. for day 2. Look at this guy. How are you? All right, and the first guy I want to talk to today is going to be my friend Dennis.
Hey.
Dennis, can you introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, Dennis Miller, own DM Manufacturing. I used to own Miller Manufacturing and sold it off. Going back into business and doing upgrades, retrofits on planers and infeed systems. Work on anybody's machine.
What's one thing that people should know that you offer right now?
Good customer service, good delivery dates, good prices, and an abundance of knowledge that's going away in the industry.
What exactly in the planer can you help with? What kind of problems are you solving for people?
Feeding problems, jam ups, efficiencies, doing a lot of conversions to electric drive, getting rid of the chain and gears on older machines, and the hydraulics. Hydraulics, yep.
Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to run booth to booth like I did yesterday and try to get a lot of people on film.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to continue with asking exhibitors their name, their company, and what they do. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, I'm Dave Schweitzer. I'm the manager of the Western Hardwood Association, and we are the only association dedicated to the Western hardwood industry. And we've been in business since 1955, so we're going to be celebrating an anniversary here next year.
What's the value that you provide to the members of the association?
Well, the biggest thing that we do is we try to make sure that, number one, they have enough resource. That is, enough logs coming out of the forest so they can do what they need to do with it and sell it to whom they need to sell it to.
Okay.
So that they have a supply. The other thing we do is we get people together. We get people together to actually sell and work with and network each other so that they are enhancing each other's business.
Perfect.
We're a very horizontal organization, not vertical, so we have everything from tree owners or plantation owner, all the way through to the finished product.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go this side of the hall here. I haven't talked to a lot of these vendors yet.
Now today, there won't be.
All right, and then right over here we've got a friend of mine. What is your name, sir?
Mike Lipke.
And Mike, what business do you represent?
I represent Trillium Pacific Millwork and Torzo Surfaces.
And so you have two businesses, or?
Well, Torzo is a brand of Trillium Pacific.
Can you explain what Torzo is and what? I guess explain what you mean.
Yeah,
what do you do?
Torzo Surfaces. Under that brand name, we sell wall cladding, recycled CLT panels for wall cladding and commercial projects.
And they're the non-structural ones?
Non-structural, yes.
So like wall cladding, yeah.
Yeah, so recycled OSB, recycled LVL, recycled plywood, made into decorative interior panels for the commercial construction industry.
And you and I had a little thing on at the airport where you showed a bunch of
we made
cool
a bunch
stuff
of specialty panels for them. Yeah.
And then your main business is, what is it?
Yeah, Trillium Pacific Millwork. We do a lot of just regular milling of products. Do pattern millwork. We make countertops, cutting boards, edge glued panels, all kinds of things like that. And sometimes we make specialty furniture like this gaming table.
Oh, show me.
So we made this gaming table for the Hardwood Association. They're raffling it off this year. Some lucky person is going to get this table for their home.
Well, what is this, Mike?
Yeah, it's Oregon white oak.
It's beautiful.
And these slide out, and you can put them in here for storage. And then we have tops that go on the table.
Yep.
And you can use it like a regular table.
Uh-huh.
Or you can open it up and turn it into a gaming table. And it's got a separator in the middle. You can make two separate gaming spaces. So
very cool.
Nice piece of furniture in somebody's home.
Yeah, but that's super cool. So you're a big guy into woodwork.
Definitely. Wood is my life.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Sure. On to the next booth.
All right.
Here at a booth and checking out technology with my friend Brian.
Hey there, Vadim. Glad to be here, my friend.
Yeah, we're live on the YouTube, so complete impromptu. But Brian, can you introduce yourself and who you're with?
Absolutely. Nima, come on in. This is my colleague, Nima Shams.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So we're with a company called DigiLens. DigiLens is an optics supplier for, basically, we're creating the glasses of the future, and we're here today working with Vadim to think about how we can revolutionize technology using AI and also using glasses to train the future workers and also for maintenance in the space.
Yeah, what we've created here is a full computer system that you wear on your head. Everything's in the device. I can see the real world and I see digital information superposition. This thing is designed.
Okay.
It's designed to be industrial grade.
Okay.
Mil spec grade. It's made out of thixotropically molded magnesium. It can map everywhere you are. It has a built-in 48 megapixel camera, so you could record what you're seeing or send it to other people or call for help. The whole device has integrated Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GNSS radio, so when you're out in the woods or forest, it tracks where you are.
Yeah.
And everything is integrated into a glasses form factor that you could wear.
That's incredible, guys.
You want to check it out?
I do.
This is the future of remote collaboration. It's the future of... been down here. The future.
It's following us. Okay. Sounds good.
Future of remote collaboration, data visualization,
Just put it on.
Just put it on.
Look.
And then we can fit it to your head a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Tighten it. Do you see a row of icons?
I do.
So the device right now is running Android. So any Android app can reside on device, or you can optimize it for head-worn. So let's go with image quality. Say open movies.
Open movies.
Harder to see. Look at here. I'll let you know. Ready? Is that better right there?
I think it needs to be a little bit. Actually, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect.
It was just the nose bridge was small.
Yeah.
So what he's seeing right now is a full retina display, photorealistic image, fully aware of his surroundings, independently driven to each eye.
I love it. And it's actually high resolution.
Very high resolution.
It is, yeah.
Now go ahead and say open camera.
Open camera.
Now he has the 48 megapixel center camera on. Pick a target real far away and say zoom in.
Zoom in. Take picture.
There you go. It's voice operated. You have a controller on the side.
Did it,
zoom out.
Did it stop? Is your system still recording? Or?
Yeah, it's rolling because it's got the red dot.
I see. Now let's do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Say return home.
Return home. This is so cool, guys. Wish you guys could do what I'm doing right now. That's really high resolution and color image is what I'm seeing.
Do you see the glasses and stuff?
I do. I do see the glasses.
So it's just a sticker page.
Yeah.
But embedded into the sticker page is all the information of our glasses. And so when he looks at it, he sees all the information, embedded videos, data, all of that.
And okay, so I'm seeing basically I'm looking through your device, looking at
target.
At a target, yeah. So on the screen, I'm seeing stuff that's superimposed to this.
That's
plane.
right.
Okay.
That's right. Now
and it was cool to see the annotations attached to different things too.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that.
Now let's do a really crazy thing. Say return home.
Return home.
Say open 3D CAD.
Open 3D CAD.
So that might take a second. Do you see a motor in front of you?
Red motor, yes.
So he has a full equipment motor floating right here like Iron Man.
It should be like right here somewhere.
Exactly. Now walk around it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is my kind of technology, gentlemen.
No worries, All
right, so what I'm seeing is like there's a motor in space right about here. And man, you guys created something that's super cool.
Now say expand motor.
Expand motor.
Do you see it separate?
Expand motor.
Or you might have to use the wheel on this one.
Yeah, holy crap, guys.
Now you see the gears and everything inside?
That's incredible.
Walk inside and check out the gears.
Yeah. Man. In one sentence, what would, Brian, you and then Nima use, one thing about your device, your company, kind of give us the high level and what do you want the audience to know?
Basically that, from my perspective, you probably heard the latest announcements from companies like Meta and Snap for devices that are out there. AR is here. Devices are here. One of the hardest parts is the optics. And we spent hundreds of millions of dollars to do something really unsexy, which is get a sheet of glass to be able to work in nanotechnology and a material-based approach that we can scale it and then change the way that we think about interacting with digital information at scale and the next form of mobility in the world today, beyond our cell phones.
That's incredible. And what about you?
From my end, the wood industry is the backbone of this country. It's enabled all these houses, all this boom, everything we're doing. And the one sentence is to allow you to do your work better, right? To enable the workers to be hands-free, body position independent, but bring in technology to enhance their job. They're already experts at what they do. We're just going to help them do it better. Thank you, guys.
Got the mad scientist over here explaining waveguide technology to Brad, my friend. And then we got,
there it is.
We got Jason over here.
I'll go ahead and say open cameras.
Open cameras.
So you have record. You could record, or you could say zoom in.
Zoom in.
Zoom out. And it gets the next generation.
Now go ahead and say open movies.
Open movies.
Yes. So what he's seeing is basically a 90-inch display, real-time independent.
But if
he's fully aware of it. We have a snapping.
All right, so Gary, here we meet again. What the heck did you just say? Like, why? I'm trying to. Well, listen. What I'm trying to figure out is the content we're making. How can we make it better? So what you just said is kind of just for my own record and for the YouTube audience. What did you relate with?
I like that it's first-person shooter. I like that it's I like that it's a first-person perspective. I like that I see what you see when you're walking around the show and what you're discovering.
Yeah,
fantastic.
What did you see so far? What stood out to you? Did you see any of it?
Gray beard back at
of your content?
Yeah.
I've been following it. I just you interview people.
Yeah, but I just literally posted it, people. So this guy's already picking it up. He's picking up what I'm laying down already. This is happening live, basically.
About 2 hours, but what we've done is we've created hooks here.
So there's a lot of buzz on Friday morning at a show. This is a significant buzz right here. We got the buzz. Brought the guys with the glasses and the big machines and everything. So we got the buzz.
Return home.
It's a good show.
All right, catch up with you later. I'm here at the RPM booth because, dang, this is where it's at this show. So we're hearing from the man, the myth, the legend. I'm actually standing next to Sean Jabergi, a friend of mine. And over here we got Nick, a friend of mine. And these guys, together with their team, built this thing and this thing. And it's amazing, right, Brian?
He's the real engineer.
Right. So you tell me what you just heard. What do you think about their technology?
It's unbelievable. It's like revolutionizing. 18 logs a minute.
Did you tell them about the X-ray scanning, right?
Yeah, with MiCROTEC.
Yeah. See that partnership is like insane.
This is like, I was joking with Sean. I said he's the real engineer.
He is.
He's
him and Nick.
Many sleepless nights to figure out how to do this. It's absolutely super entrepreneurially impressive.
Absolutely. Was a fun show. A lot of cool technology. Hey, brother, can I ask you to just introduce yourself for my YouTube audience?
Sure.
I want to hear more specifically about the background. Like, how did you get to where you are today?
Sure.
Are you an engineer, technical guy?
Sure, yeah, thanks. My name's Nima Shams. I'm the VP and GM of the product division of DigiLens.
Yeah.
I've been in the head-worn space since 2010. My background was I went to UC Davis, electrical engineer. Got my master's in Santa Clara as electrical engineer. And that's allowed me to really be at the bleeding edge of some of the coolest technology. So I started with some aerospace stuff, then I did a bunch of startups. 2010, I met this gentleman by the name of Ralph Osterhout, which was the mentor and some people call the godfather of head-worn devices. And I had the pleasure of working with him and learning from him for about 8.5 years. And we started, I was employee number 8 in his loft, and we built a company called ODG to be about 140 people and one of the leaders in head-worn.
Dang.
Yeah. In 2013, we sold some of our core IP to a very large software company based in the area. I won't say who. They used it for their roadmap of products. We took that revenue, expanded the team. Unfortunately, in 2018, for geopolitical reasons, that company shut down, but the team stuck with me. And we had the pleasure of then going to a company called RealWare, making their amazing industrial glance-at display system. and then eventually coming to Digilens because of the core optics that Digilens has.
Yeah.
Digilens has invested over $250 million on that sheet of glass that he wore. That it is the only scalable technology that exists. It is the brightest technology for waveguide that exists, and it's very adaptable. So we could literally change its size and make a meter-long device and put it in a heads-up display for a car, or make a very, very small one that goes into like Oakley or Ray-Ban glasses. And so we took that technology and my team's experience in 14 years of making glasses, and we built what you wore today, which is the Digilens Argo industrial headset.
What's impressive is because I have a bunch of these headsets.
Sure.
Tried a bunch of them on, have the Meta glasses right now.
Yep.
And the old one of the earlier generations, not the whatever's the latest. But what struck me about your device is the color and the resolution.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the resolution's two parts. It's the amazing waveguides that Digilens makes, but we also built our own projector system.
Dang.
So in each device, there's two little micro projectors that are ultra bright, and those go right into the waveguides. And if you could think of the waveguide as a path that controls the light,
yeah.
right? Because if you put your finger right in front of your eye, you can't focus. It's blurry. But when you wear our glasses, it bends light in a way so it looks like it's coming from 6 feet away, right? And that optics and that physics behind it is what allows the headset to become what it is.
I love it, brother. Well, thanks so much for the crash course.
Yeah.
Crash course. What's the future going to look like?
The future is two paths. One, make it
specifically we're in an industrial B2B setting.
That's exactly right.
Look, there's a lot of sawmill factories. They're trying to reduce the count of people by automation, not because it's hard to find employees and talent. Right. So how can you help this industry that's hurting for people?
That's right.
And it's hard to attract people to go work in an industrial setting.
That's right.
They're doing a lot with improving safety, improving a lot of things, automation. How can you help provide a solution that we can provide a lot of wood products manufacturers around the globe?
Yeah, and one of the challenges is you have these very seasoned people that have just been doing this for decades, and they're beginning to retire.
Yep.
And you have this crowd of kids that grew up on Xbox and PlayStation that don't have that experience, right? Yeah. Not you, of course, right? But the younger crowd. And so what this product allows to do is bridge that gap. You could keep the gray beard at the base, at the station, and have him share his knowledge to 5, 10, 15 employees on the crew.
Wow.
Right? And the crew is using that tech, right? Yeah. As I've seen, it's my first time coming to the show.
Yeah.
This is bleeding edge LiDAR technology and equipment.
Those guys are X-raying the logs.
That's unbelievable, right?
You see all the knots and structures inside, and then you can cut it with this machine.
With the log out, exactly. And so what we're now enabling is taking that digital information and empowering the worker. So we're making their job more efficient. So what would take maybe days of looking through PDF and stuff, you're wearing the glasses, you're like, hey, pull this up. And it just pulls it up because of the AI that runs on the device. Or, hey, record this work, so then it could be inspected for, insurance purposes. And so all of that empowerment is through the digital device. It enhances the workers, and it allows them to connect back when they need help from that gray beard, right?
I love it. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I own my own company, and I consult with a lot of these companies and players. So I'd love to continue the conversation and bring you to the right solution.
We love
to the right industry. So if you're watching this video and you're a wood products manufacturing company, you've got ideas, drop me a comment, connect with me, and I'll help you find a solution that puts these glasses in your hands for a demo. We could do a demo. We could show you how this works and how it can improve your facilities. Also, if you think you're skeptical, drop your comments in the questions below, right?
Sure.
Let's answer them.
Let's answer them.
If there's enough questions,
sure.
I have a podcast called Wood World.
We would love to join it.
I'd love to invite you.
Thank you.
But you can't sponsor it. I don't take I don't take any sponsorship dollars because I want it to be my genuine curiosity.
I love it.
And my background is engineering in this industry, technical, right?
Nice.
So I love everything these people are doing.
I can tell from the questions you asked.
And so I want to really, truly provide value to this industry, the wood world as I call it. Would love to have you on the podcast eventually, brother.
It would be our pleasure. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys.